the deal? It's your boy, who is Hendo, and we back talking sports. Anthony Edwards, the legend killer. Do we realize what we are seeing? I mean, do we realize what we are seeing? Before y'all say something, it's not about Ant-Man not having the best game shooting. It's about what he did in these last 2 years, bro. To legends. 2 of the 3 best players of this generation. Sent them packing. Gentlemen swept. Gentlemen swept. Took out KD, took out Jokic last year. Nah, he didn't took out Luka and LeBron. AE averaged, he didn't shoot that well efficiently. He was 27 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 1.2 steals. He didn't shoot that well. 42% from the field. Julius Randle, though, he was 23, 5, and 4 on 48% shooting and 39% from 3. Jay McDaniels, 17. Nas Reed, 11. I mean, what a terrible way to go out for the Lakers. But I got something to stamp. I believe Ant-Man is a top 5 player now. I believe if he beat my Warriors next round, I believe they're going to the finals. If they beat my Warriors next round, I think they're going to beat OKC. And the reason why, bro, y'all niggas is so weird, bro. Get your weird ass out of here, bro. Y'all niggas act so weird. And the reason why is, if Ant-Man can keep this playmaking thing up, we know he can score. I know he can score. He gonna rebound because they shoot so many threes now. They shooting so many threes now that it's shit. Steph Curry averaging 6, 7 rebounds. All these it's way more long rebounds now, which is why you see a lot of guards averaging 6, 7 rebounds and shit like that. Of course they mad. Shout out to my brother KB in the building. Shit, I invite you up here if you want to come up here, bro. I'm trying to bring you here, but fuck it. I got you. We gonna talk, KB. I don't know why this won't let me bring you up here. But yeah, I believe that Ant-Man is a top 5 player in the league now, bro. Giannis, I love Giannis. The only reason why I'm dropping Giannis is just because he lost. And no, it's not his fault. I'm not blaming Giannis. But somebody got to drop. I can't drop Steph. He ain't lost yet, even though they had a horrible performance. I'm not even tripping because that game was done in the first quarter. And our reserves brought us back. against the Houston starters. Houston is trash. Can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't drop Tatum. He balling. So I can't drop Tatum. Can't drop Steph yet because he hasn't lost. If he have a stinker in game 6 and 7, then I will drop him. Even though that's my favorite player. And I can't drop Jokic or SGA. So Giannis got to be the odd man out. And I got to put Ant-Man in there, bro. After what he has done the last 2 years, bro, getting to the Western Conference last year, getting his revenge on Luka too. Now it's a rivalry between Ant-Man and Luka. Luka smoked him 4-1 in the playoffs last year. He smoked him this year in the playoffs. No, I have no idea who that is, bro. You can go ahead and block him. I have no idea who that is, bro. I didn't have like 4 or 5 trolls in here already. What up, though? Chef Guy, what's up, my boy? Buki. Listen, let me tell you this. You know what the season series was this year? Between the Warriors and the Timberwolves? It was 3-1. Listen, if we can deal with Houston's size and their rebounding, we can deal with Minnesota. We've beaten Minnesota 3 times this year. It's going to be a very tough series. I got Warriors in 7. I think that's going 7. But we've been undersized for years, bro. We are undersized with Houston. Houston has more wing defenders than Minnesota. Minnesota got Dante DiVincenzo. You got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. You know what I'm saying? But Houston has a lot of bigger guys and stuff like that. I don't got Luka in the top 5. I got 1, SGA. 2, I got Tatum. 3, Jokic. 4, AE. No, 4, Steph. 5, AE. That's my top 5 right now. But Steph got to show up next game. But that's my top 5 right now. Simple. Now, I did pick the Clippers. And that was solely on Kawhi. And because of their defense and because I thought they would do a good job guarding Jokic, which they kind of have. Even though Jokic has been getting his numbers sometimes, he hasn't been getting like 40 and 20 and shit like that. But James Harden is trash, bro. Shout out my brother BJ. But James Harden is atrocious, bro. He's booty. He's booty. James Harden ass, bro. When the games get tougher and the moments get higher, he gets tighter. I trust Julius Randle in the playoffs more than I trust James Harden as of today. Julius Randle was the most consistent player on the Timberwolves if you watched every game. AE, he was inconsistent as far as, you know what I'm saying, as far as his shot going. But I saw the growth in Ant-Man, like my brother Buki said yesterday on the stream, with his playmaking and him being able to do other things to affect the game. Unlike a Luka, who, if his shot is not going or he not able to assist, he can't do anything else. He's not defending. He ain't coming off of picks and coming off of screens and everything like that. He's not doing that. Defense, whatever. If Ant-Man's shot is not falling, he can play defense. He's going to rebound. Now, beforehand, he wasn't really playmaking like that. He's averaging 6 assists, and that's great for Ant-Man. Ant-Man is like 3-4 assists for his career. 6 assists, and he had some 8 assist games, some 8 assist games. I think he had a few games where he was like he was going crazy. Like he had a few 8 assist games. His best game was game 4 though. That was Ant-Man's best game, bro. That was a clutch ass game. And Rudy Gobert, I will never say anything else about Rudy Gobert. Nothing. Even if he has stinker games, I won't say nothing else about Rudy Gobert. Because if Rudy don't do what he did tonight, they lose this game. I promise you, even with Julius Randle having a good game that he had, if Rudy does not drop that 30 and 25 tonight, they lose this game. I'm not even playing. If Rudy have his little 8 points that he been averaging, bro, they lose this game. Shout out to Rudy Gobert. Now, I think they still would have closed it out in 6 because that was what I had. But after y'all was talking so much, I'm like, bro, the Ant-Man gonna close this out, bro. They gonna close this out. Credit to the Lakers for doing a good job on Ant-Man, like as far as, but he was really like, he was like letting them off the hook. And then on top of that, bad shot selection, contested threes, you know what I'm saying? Missing threes, he was missing layups. Just wasn't a good shooting performance at all. But he should have had about 12, 13 assists though. Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Dante DiVincenzo missed about maybe 5 or 6 threes combined on really good passes from Ant-Man out the double team. So he probably should have had about 12, 13 assists. Shout out to the Minnesota Timberwolves and shout out to Ant-Man, aka NBA Randy Orton legend killer. Now, let's get to the Lakers and Mr. JJ Redick. And y'all king, and we're going to get on Luka too. So, I remember just this offseason, or just this past year, last year around this time, when Darvin Ham got sent home by the Denver Nuggets in 5, I heard he was the problem. He don't know how to coach. Good. I'm glad he trolled Cash Nasty. That nigga is the biggest bronze sexual ever, bro. He is horrible, bro. He is terrible, bro. And got the nerve to be talking about Steph Curry, nigga. Steph Curry ain't getting 4-1 by Minnesota. I can guarantee you that, nigga. And even with that bad loss last night, we still up. We're up. We're up. You wasn't even never up in this series, bro. First game, whooped. Got smoked. First game. You know what we did in the first game? We came on like we were supposed to. And took control of this series. Steph, no Jimmy Butler. You know what he do? Drop 36. Steph better than LeBron. Sorry. Not sorry. Steph is better than LeBron. Yes, he is. And if Steph win another championship, top 5. But let me get back on JJ Redick. JJ Redick. Man. It ain't as easy as you thought it was, huh? Let me play y'all something. I want y'all to hear something. I want y'all to hear something. I want y'all to hear something. You know, because it's pretty funny how JJ Redick is walking out of press conferences because he's being questioned about his coaching blunders and making excuses when just a year ago.
No one's going to react to Doc's.
When just a year ago, I'm going to turn my speaker on because I really want y'all to hear this. I like the old Cash videos from 2015, 2018. I never watched Cash. I'm gonna be real with y'all. He dick ride LeBron too much for me. But back to JJ Redick. Just a year ago, before you got your coaching job, you were saying this.
Audio there. We've been here 7 minutes since we showed that audio. Nobody's going to react to Doc's audio.
Do you want me to get it for you?
He's doing. We don't have to repeat it. I've seen the trend now. I've seen the trend for years.
What's the trend?
The trend is always making excuses. Get Doc. We get it. Taking over a team in the middle of the season is hard. It's hard. We get it. Just like getting traded in the middle of the season is hard for a player. We get it. Mm-hmm. But it's always an excuse. It's always throwing your team under the bus. They lose to Memphis. Oh, it's his players' fault. Memphis was playing G League guys and two-way guys. And then you look at his quotes over the weekend. Now he wants to take credit for the James Harden trade to the Clippers working out. He wants credit for that. There's never accountability with that guy.
Well, let me say a couple of things. Number one, that's a very serious thing to say, and we should take it serious. Because we should take it serious.
You can take it serious.
He seemed pretty serious.
Let me finish. We should take it serious because you played for him. So for you to say something like that, it matters. That's number one. Number two, I'm going to say this because Doc Rivers needs to hear, and I got love for him, but he needs to hear this, okay? Just go out there and coach. Because here's the deal. All of those years, problem.
So, you said that, right? You said you said excuses, this, and that, and everything like that, huh? You had so much to say, bro, before you became a coach. Like you just knew what was going on. Like you could do just so much of a better job. You did something that no other coach in NBA history in the play-by-play era has ever did. Your dumbass decided to play a 40-year-old man all 24 minutes of the second half and not use your bench. Seeing your team's body language, not reading the room, just not caring. And you know why you did that? Because you didn't have your team ready the game before. You didn't have your team ready the first game of this series. I don't remember Darvin Ham getting blew out by 30 at home in his first year playing against Denver. Those games are actually competitive. All of them. It's LeBron that choked. It's AD that didn't show up. Now, Darvin Ham has some dumbass rotations as well. Darvin Ham is not a perfect coach at all. But if y'all gonna keep that energy with Darvin Ham, as my fellow brethrens, Too Raw, Ticket, Dreamers Pro would say, you got to keep the same energy with Mr. JJ Redick. Listen, I cut it off before you can even hear that. I just wanted y'all to hear what JJ Redick said. Now, Now, Dreamers Pro, and shout out to my boy Dreamers Pro. He had a video about like 8 or 9 months ago. I think it was maybe before last season ended or something of that.
So many of us were kind of figuring that out. But apparently what happened was JJ Redick basically took a shot at the Lakers' former head coach and Darvin Ham with the headline. JJ Redick takes a shot at Darvin Ham, says the Lakers were running a random offense. Article then continues on. In an appearance on a recent ESPN broadcast, new Lakers head coach JJ Redick made some comments about the process of adjusting to his new role. Interestingly, he exposed his predecessor Darvin Ham for not really having a set plan on offense. One thing we worked on was an early on system. One thing last year was they played random, said Coach Redick. When they played sets, they had a higher efficiency. We have LeBron, AD, but we're going to play with more movement and cutting. The Lakers had many ups and downs with Darvin Ham, from the ugly breakup with Russell Westbrook to last year's run to the Western Conference Finals. But after another failed stint for the Lake Show, JJ, a former NBA veteran, was named as the team's new head coach this summer after a dramatic hiring process. With the Lakers in such a weird place as a team, the franchise couldn't afford to mess this up after being spurned by UConn coach Dan Hurley. They finally settled on their guy, JJ Redick. So you heard what JJ had to say there. What are my thoughts on this?
Shout out to Dreamers Pro. So you hear another one. This time he's taking a shot at Darvin Ham, saying that the Lakers are running a random offense. Well, Mr. JJ Redick, you answer me this. What happened on defense? I mean, did you not see that every time that you were double teaming and he was getting into the open shooter? Did you not see that? Did you not notice that Rudy Gobert was grabbing every rebound? And you decide not to play Jackson Hayes? Oh, Jackson Hayes was getting 4 or 5 fouls in 5 minutes. Without him out there, it looked like you still lost. And you decide to put Maxi Kleber in, who hasn't even practiced with the team. What? That's minding the game, JJ. That's what you call minding the game. Oh my God. I know that ain't who I think it is. We got my boy Zeddy in the fucking chat. We got my brother Zeddy in the fucking chat. Shout out to my boy Zeddy in the building. Now, you have Maxi Kleber coming in, who hasn't even practiced with the team. I got you, KB. That's minding the game. Oh, that's something smart. I'm going to put a player in who doesn't know any plays, who doesn't have any chemistry with the players, who is not a great defender, who is really just a pick and pop guy, to come and grab rebounds, to come and play in the playoff game, in the closeout game. Wow. What a great move, JJ. What a great move. Y'all must have won that game. You didn't. I forgot. You didn't. If that's mine in the game, I don't want to do that. If I'm a coach, if that's mine in the game, I want to detail the game. Shout out to Kobe. I guess all those blind pig, split action, triangle offense plays you were scribbling on the chalkboard, I guess that didn't help you when you really got in that field. How you let Rudy Gobert have the best game he's probably has ever had and not make any adjustments? Zero. None. The fact that you kept doubling Ant-Man, passing it right to the open three. Defensive rotations is garbage. You don't have the personnel. Luka doesn't play defense. Reeves struggles on defense. LeBron played good defense, but it took away from his offense. And we know LeBron's scared when the heat is really on and he ain't front running. So, Mr. JJ Redick, I asked you this. Why are you making excuses? Huh? Why are we making excuses? Ain't that what you just heard the audio? Ain't that what you just called Doc out for? Why are you running a random defense? Why are you not making adjustments? Ain't that what you said about Darvin Ham too? You said more than just this I just played. You said they had ups and downs, huh? With Darvin Ham. They wasn't gonna have ups and downs with you, huh? But they did. You didn't even make the second round. Darvin Ham didn't even have Vando. He didn't even have Gabe Vincent. They were injured while Darvin Ham was there. He had Russell Westbrook, who y'all say is garbage. Y'all said Russell's garbage. And he made do with that. Then they traded him. He went to the Western Conference Finals. You got knocked out in the first round. And it should have been swept. If Minnesota wouldn't have had that abominable shooting night, y'all probably would have got swept, bro. Why are we making excuses, JJ? I want y'all to hear this again, though. What he said about Darvin Ham.
But after another failed stint for the Lake Show, JJ, a former NBA Theon system, Lakers were running a random offense. Article then continues on. In an appearance on a recent ESPN broadcast,
he said JJ Redick made some comments about the process of adjusting to his new role. Interestingly, he exposed his predecessor for not really having a set plan on offense. One thing we worked on was an early on system. One thing last year was they played random. When they played sets, they had a higher efficiency. We have LeBron and AD, but we're going to play with more movement and cutting. Well, let me tell you this, Mr. JJ. You said they don't have a set plan on offense, right? You know what the set plan was? Run it through AD. You know when they didn't run it through AD? They lost. You know when AD did not show up? They lost. When LeBron did not show up, they lost. That was the set plan, Mr. JJ. But see, you wouldn't know that because you're so arrogant and stuck in your own bubble that you think that you're Pat Riley. You had the galls to take a shot at a man in his first year that went to the Western Conference Finals. And you blatantly lie and say he didn't have a set plan on offense. It was run it through AD. Run the offense through AD. You idiot. And when LeBron didn't want it and he wanted to get his numbers, that was some of the issue. When AD acted like he didn't want to show up, that was another one of the issues. When AD was hurt, that was another one of the issues. When LeBron don't want to play defense, that was another one of the issues. When the role players was trash, that was another one of the issues. When Darvin Ham wasn't making correct rotations, that was another one of the issues. Why they didn't win the championship. But you, to take a shot at Darvin Ham, who did better than you in his first year, yeah, you won, 2 or 3 more games in the regular season. You got smoked in the first round. And it wasn't the Nuggets. Darvin Ham can say, I lost to the champions. I lost to the eventual champions, and then I lost to the defending champions. You lost to a Minnesota Timberwolves team where their best player is younger than probably, I think, most of the people on your team. Shout out my boy Time, man. Detroit in the building. What up, though? Oh, JJ Redick is definitely racist. He's definitely racist. You heard what he called the Chinese people. I won't, say what he said, but you heard what he called the Chinese people. You have 2 allegations against you from beautiful black women, or beautiful minority women, I may say. One is, I believe, Hispanic. 2 beautiful minority women that said you called them the N-word. JJ, if I was to see that, bro, I would smack the life out of you and take the consequences. I don't care how big you was. You're an arrogant. I will say this. He's good at coach. He's good at putting the offense into play, but he don't have the coaching experience to read the room. He's so arrogant that he don't think that that anybody could tell him he needs to make improvements. You sat there and didn't play Jackson Hayes at all. Yeah, you could put an offense into play, but your defensive schemes, trash. And you stayed with doubling Ant, and Ant didn't even have a great shooting game, and they still smoked you. And they led for like 80% of this game. You acting like you Pat Riley in the 80s. You're nothing like that. You're not even Eric Spoelstra, nigga. You're not even Mike Malone, nigga. What you we talking about? Steve Kerr? That's a nigga that could be arrogant if he wanted to, but that's not Steve Kerr. That's not Steve. Steve Kerr is a real coach. That's a real coach. And I don't even think Steve Kerr is as great as everybody make him seem. But adjustments, Steve Kerr makes those. You got outcoached by Chris Finch. Masterful job by Chris Finch in this series, bro. Masterful job. Picking up Luka 94 feet. Banging with Julius Randle. Having Julius throwing different bodies at Luka. Picking him up 94 feet. Putting him in all the actions. Making him work on defense. Masterful coaching job. And tonight, great coaching job, bro. When Rudy got in foul trouble, this was underrated. Rudy got in foul trouble. He took Rudy out for like 5 minutes. When Rudy came back in, he played like the rest of that game, bro. Rudy was annihilating them, bro. Chris Finch coached rings around the rosies around you, bro. You got a long way to go. Now, you won 50 games. I'm not finna just take everything from him because it's hard to win in the NBA. He won 50 games in the West, respectfully. But for you to take a shot at a coach that did better than you in the first year, you thought it was finna be easy. You thought you could arrogantly, like, bravado your way into a championship. No. And what did I tell y'all? Luka and LeBron not gonna work, bro. So, Mr. JJ Redick, yeah, mind the game your ass to Cancun. I told you Luka and LeBron not gonna work, bro. I told y'all Luka and LeBron is not finna work. You essentially have two of the same players on offense. And even though LeBron plays off of the ball, he's not as effective. Then Luka plays absolutely zero defense. No defense. Just none. He plays absolutely zero defense. He's clearly out of shape. Year after year. Oh yeah, Rudy did exactly what he was supposed to do. So, Lakers front office, you need to make a decision because Luka and LeBron are both free agents. Why would you want going to be 41 next year, 41-year-old as your second best player? It's time. The LeBron era should be officially over. Facts, Gideon. On God, KB. That's why Nico got rid of him. And every day, Nico was looking smarter and smarter. I saw his vision. That's why I didn't kill. You ain't see me making tons of video criticizing Nico. I said, I see what he's talking about. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win until you get better on defense, Luka. You will always hurt your team defensively. I don't know how many times I've seen Jay McDaniels, AE, Ant-Man drive past him and him not even try to recover. And I hate when you Luka fans be like, well, he averages two steals. Yeah, playing the passing lanes is not playing defense. On-ball defense, he's a horrible team defender. How you a horrible team defender? He's not even a good team defender, let alone on-ball defender. He's awful. For as talented as he is offensively, he is just as horrible defensively, bro. Shout out to AR 15 for just being on the court, but you got locked up, boy. I'm not gonna lie. From Ant-Man to Mike Conley to J-Mac, they all had you on clamps, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. He had a few moments here and there, but they had you on clamps, my brother. And in the fourth, they had Luka and LeBron on clamps. I'm not gonna lie to you. Damn near every fourth quarter, except for the one that they won, they had Luka and LeBron on clamps in the fourth quarter. Go look at their fourth quarter numbers. I ain't lying. And my bracket is still alive because I chose the right team. You feel me? I chose the Wolves. I actually chose Wolves in 6, but they still won, so it don't really even fucking matter. I need the Pistons to win the next 2 games and the Clippers to win the next 2 games because I did choose them. My bracket is damn near perfect right now. I just need the Clippers and the Warriors to finish out. If the Warriors can win the next game, and the Clippers could somehow win the next 2, my bracket will be perfect, bro. Yeah, bro. They was on them. It didn't matter what kind of game Luka or LeBron had. That fourth quarter came, clamp season. Masterful performance by Minnesota Timberwolves. Not only did you beat the Lakers, it wasn't even close. I mean, it wasn't even close, nigga. They never had a chance. After the first game, I knew Minnesota was gonna win. After the first game, I wanted to see what Minnesota team I was gonna get. After the first game, I knew Minnesota was gonna win. I'm not gonna lie to you. After the first game, I did. And then when they went back to Minnesota, and I was like, bro, what I tell niggas, the Lakers are horrible on the road. Niggas didn't want to listen to me. You got delusional fans out here talking about, man, they don't blah, 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 this, they don't matter. But I'm like, bro, look at the Lakers record on the road. They're like 17-20. You got to pay attention to shit like that. Except for my Warriors, we was trash on the road all year, but we got Steph Curry. I ain't gonna lie. We got Steph Curry, and we actually played defense. You talk about butt acne is crazy. But yeah, they got what they deserve. Peace.